Pisces horoscope. Saturn retrograde on August 23rd, 2025 to February 13th, 2026. Sometimes, peace doesn't come from action, but from walking away and going within. Welcome, dream-weaving Pisces. Your soul is naturally intuitive, sensitive, and spiritual, one of the most mysterious and empathetic signs in the zodiac. But from August 23rd, 2025 to February 13th, 2026, Saturn, the planet of karma, discipline, and boundaries, begins its retrograde journey through your 12th house. And this brings a profound shift. What does that mean for you? In short, the pressure you felt for the past year begins to ease. Saturn moves out of your rising sign and retreats into the final house of a zodiac, the house of endings, healing, solitude, and spiritual wisdom. This is not a time for external achievement. This is a time to retreat, realign, and recharge. Let's break it all down so you can navigate this with clarity, confidence, and inner strength. 1. The big picture. Saturn leaves your first house. Let's begin with the most important shift. 4 months. Saturn has been sitting in your first house, your rising sign. That placement brought immense pressure, heavy responsibilities, and a feeling that life had become more serious, more rigid, more structured. You may have had to grow up quickly, take on burdens alone, or face challenges to your identity and body. Now, Saturn steps back into the 12th house, a placement known in thaiastrology as the house of self-undoing, loss, karma, and spiritual release. But don't panic. This shift doesn't bring punishment. It brings release. Like a weight lifted off your shoulders, you'll begin to feel less scrutinized, less tired, and less bound by the obligations that have defined the past year. 2. Embracing solitude and emotional retreat. You may feel the desire to be alone more often, and that's completely natural during this transit. The 12th house is deeply inward. It governs sleep, dreams, secrets, and hidden emotions. Saturn here asks you to rest, reflect, and recharge. Not everything needs to be fixed right now. Some things simply need to end. Example, imagine a Pisces named Lila who has spent the last year climbing the corporate ladder. Under Saturn's previous placement, she felt like she had to prove herself constantly. But now, she finds herself wanting to take a break, perhaps travel solo, journal, or meditate in silence. This is Saturn whispering, "You've done enough. Now rest." Take that to heart. This is your time to go within. 3. Unexpected financial blessings and risks. Here's where it gets interesting. Although Saturn is known for restriction, its retrograde motion in your 12th house can bring surprise financial gains, especially tied to real estate, land, agriculture, or forgotten assets. You may receive an inheritance, property deal, or a windfall from something that's been long buried, literally or metaphorically. Example, Pisces rising Ben discovers that a piece of farmland he inherited years ago has suddenly skyrocketed in value due to a new development nearby. He never saw it coming, but Saturn did. Still, there's a caveat. With gain comes responsibility. Saturn may offer you wealth, but it also brings financial lessons. That same money could come with debts, hidden costs, or emotional strings. So be smart. Avoid unnecessary spending, especially on things you don't really need. Watch for large medical bills, home repairs, legal fees, emotional spending. 4. The return of the past. Projects, people, and pain. Retrograde Saturn often brings back what we thought was over. This could mean a project you gave up on that now needs finishing, a relationship that reappears, or a pattern in your life you thought you'd healed. But have the good news. This time, you have the wisdom to handle it differently. Example, Jasmine, a Pisces sun, once tried to launch an organic skincare line. It failed due to poor timing. During this transit, a friend from the past encourages her to relaunch, now with better tools and market research. Saturn brings the past not to repeat it, but to help you complete it. 5. Mental health and stress relief. If you've been struggling with stress, anxiety, insomnia, or burnout, this transit gives you the opportunity to slow down and address it. The 12th house governs the unconscious mind, and Saturn here urges you to develop healthier emotional habits. This might include therapy or counseling, meditation retreats, regular sleep routines, energy healing or massage, spiritual practices, chanting, prayer, journaling. Saturn rewards consistency. The more effort you put into caring for your inner self, the stronger and more stable you become. Warning: neglect this inner work, and the stress may manifest physically, especially in the form of fatigue, low immunity, or chronic pain. 6. Healing in love and relationships. Relationships that have been rocky may begin to stabilize during this retrograde. Why? Because the 12th house also rules forgiveness and surrender. You might reconnect with someone from your past, or make peace with a relationship that ended. Emotional wounds you've carried for years could begin to dissolve. Example: a Pisces man separated from his sibling after a family dispute. During this retrograde, they bump into each other at a relative's wedding. Old anger softens. Reconnection begins, not quickly but sincerely. This is Saturn's gift, healing what you thought was broken beyond repair. 7. Travel and escape. Another interesting aspect of this Saturn retrograde: long-distance travel. Yes, the 12th house also governs foreign lands, spiritual retreats, and journeys away from home. You may feel called to leave your city, your job, or even your country temporarily to find clarity. Some Pisces might go abroad for healing, education, a sabbatical, immigration, or visa-related decisions, visiting spiritual centers. Just don't expect these trips to be luxurious vacations. They'll feel more soulful than superficial. 8. Karmic closure and letting go. One of the most profound gifts of Saturn in the 12th is closure. You may feel that a chapter in your life is ending, and it is. But it's ending with grace. Whether it's a career path, a toxic friendship, or a belief system that no longer serves you, this is your moment to say goodbye. Letting go is hard, but Saturn promises that what you release now will make room for something far better in the future. Mantra: not all losses are failures. Some are exits disguised as freedom. 9. The hidden helpers. Guidance from the unseen. This retrograde also opens up spiritual pathways. You may feel more sensitive to dreams, signs, synchronicities, or spiritual guides. Some Pisces may even begin studying astrology, tarot, energy healing, or mediumship during this time. You might receive messages through dreams, unexpected guidance from mentors or elders, a stronger intuition that leads you in the right direction. Saturn isn't just a teacher, it's a guardian. And during this transit, it will protect you, but only if you listen to your higher self. 10. The shadow side. What to watch for? Of course, every transit has a shadow. Here are the risks to avoid: isolating too much. Solitude is good, but don't shut everyone out. Ignoring financial warning signs. Escaping through substances or distractions. Suppressing emotions instead of processing them. Avoiding rest because you feel lazy. Rest is sacred during this time. If you find yourself overwhelmed, take a step back. Ask, what do I need to release? What part of my soul needs healing? Final thoughts. From endings come rebirth, Pisces. This is a deeply internal period, but it's also filled with grace, wisdom, and renewal. Saturn is giving you space to rest, permission to say no, strength to walk away, and the courage to end cycles that no longer serve your growth. By February 13th, 2026, when Saturn goes direct and moves forward again, you'll be a different person. Softer, but stronger. Quieter, but wiser. And more in touch with your purpose than ever before. So embrace the silence, listen to your dreams, and trust that what's ending now is making space for something beautiful.